Imagine waking up each morning in a home that feels bright, open, and emotionally balanced. A place where the light flows gently through the rooms, where every corner feels intentional, and where your senses immediately relax the moment you step inside. In Japanese minimalism, a bright and harmonious home is not about having perfect decor or expensive design. It is about small daily steps that invite light, clarity, and emotional equilibrium into your space. Today, you will discover 8 Japanese steps to create a home full of light and balance, no matter its size, layout, or current state. These steps are simple, practical, and deeply transformative. And once you begin using them, your home will start to feel not just cleaner, but calmer, softer, and more uplifting. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you something. Tell me which country and city you're watching from. I'd love to know and leave you a heart. And don't forget to subscribe and help me reach the goal of 1,000 likes. The first Japanese step is Hikari Meirei, the practice of guiding the light. In many Japanese homes, light is treated almost like a guest. You welcome it, you guide it, and you make room for it. This means choosing lighter curtains that soften but do not block sunlight, keeping windows clean so light enters clearly, and removing objects that cast heavy shadows. Light directly influences mood, and in Japanese culture, natural light is seen as one of the purest forms of balance. When your home receives gentle, filtered light, your mind feels brighter and more centered. The second step is Kanso surface flow, clearing the main surfaces that light touches. Tables, countertops, dressers, shelves. When these surfaces are crowded, the light becomes choppy and visually heavy. But when they are clean and open, the light flows smoothly, making the entire room feel larger and more harmonious. Clearing surfaces is not just about tidiness, it is about allowing space for energy to move freely through your home. The third Japanese step is Shizen Gohan, bringing natural materials into your rooms. Wood, stone, cotton, bamboo, rattan, these elements ground your home and soften your emotional state. They also reflect light more gently than synthetic materials, helping your home maintain a soft, balanced glow. Even a single wooden tray, a cotton cloth, or a natural rug can change the atmosphere of a space instantly. The fourth step is Siri breath, the ritual of removing unnecessary items regularly. Japanese minimalism teaches that excess blocks light, not just physically, but emotionally. Each object your home doesn't need adds a layer of weight to the environment. By releasing even a few items at a time, you return spaciousness and brightness to the room. The fifth step is Oto Heiwa, the calming of sound. A bright home is not only about visual light, but emotional lightness, softening the noises in your home, closing doors gently, placing objects quietly, avoiding harsh sounds, helps create an atmosphere where your mind can settle. Light feels brighter when the home is calm. The sixth step is Kuchuma, respecting empty space. In Japanese design, empty space is seen as a form of light. It allows your eyes to rest and your inner world to regain balance. This may mean leaving a corner untouched, an open stretch of wall, or a shelf half empty. Empty space brings emotional clarity. The seventh step is Komorebi touch, adding soft, gentle patterns that mimic natural light filtering through trees. These can appear in curtains, paper lamps, or even textures. Komorebi softens the room and brings tranquility. And the eighth step is Teine rhythm, moving through your home with intention. Gentle, mindful actions, placing things softly, opening curtains slowly, entering rooms with awareness, set the emotional tone of the home, allowing light and peace to flow more naturally. In the next part, you will dive deeply into the first 2 steps, Hikari Meirei and Kanso surface flow, so you can begin transforming your home into a brighter, more balanced space today. To create a home full of light and balance using Japanese minimalism, the first two steps, Hikari Meire and Kanso surface flow, form the visual and emotional foundation. These steps determine how light enters your home, how it moves through your rooms, and how your mind responds to the environment. When practiced consistently, they transform a heavy, chaotic space into one that feels soft, bright, and deeply calming. Let's begin with Hikari Meire, the art of guiding the light. In Japanese culture, natural light is considered a healer. It renews the atmosphere, lifts the spirit, and brings emotional clarity into the home. Japanese families do not simply let light enter, they shape it with intention. This often begins with choosing the right curtains. Instead of thick, heavy fabrics that block sunlight, they use lighter materials, cotton, linen, or shoji-inspired panels that filter light gently. These materials allow the room to fill with a soft, diffused glow instead of harsh brightness. This kind of light is calming and is known to reduce sensory stress. Another part of Hikari Meire is keeping windows clean and unobstructed. Dust, fingerprints, and clutter around the windows can make the light appear dull or fragmented. But when the window area is clean, the light enters smoothly and with purity. Even small adjustments matter. Moving a plant slightly, repositioning a chair, or pulling curtains just an inch wider can change the entire mood of a room. Light becomes an active part of your home rather than something passive in the background. Hikari Meire also teaches that light should be welcomed in different ways at different times of the day. Morning light is energizing and brings freshness. Afternoon light is grounding and warm. Evening light needs softness, so lamps with warm tones replace the natural sun. Guiding the light throughout the day allows your home to stay emotionally balanced. The second essential step is Kanso surface flow, the practice of clearing the main surfaces that light touches. In Japanese minimalism, surfaces are considered pathways for energy. When a surface is crowded, the light hits multiple objects, creating visual noise. The eye jumps from item to item, forcing the brain to process unnecessary information. This constant microprocessing creates mental fatigue without you noticing. But when surfaces are clean and open, the light flows across them uninterrupted. It expands the room, it improves clarity, it calms the nervous system. Kanso surface flow begins with identifying the most influential surfaces in your home. Dining tables, kitchen counters, coffee tables, bedroom dressers, nightstands, TV stands, and entryway consoles. These are the surfaces your eyes meet the moment you walk into a room, which means they carry more emotional weight than you realize. By keeping these surfaces simple and intentional, you guide the light to move freely. The energy becomes smoother, and the room feels instantly more balanced. This step does not require extreme minimalism. Even reducing objects from 10 to 3 can create an enormous difference. A single vase, a candle, or a small plant can remain. What matters is that each item has purpose and space around it. Japanese homes often leave more empty space than Western homes, and this emptiness is what makes the light feel bright and natural. Together, Hikari Meire and Kanso surface flow determine the emotional tone of your home. Light is allowed to enter gently. Surfaces are prepared to receive it, and the entire room becomes more open and harmonious. In the next part, we will explore the next two steps, Shizen Gohan and Seri breath. These habits introduce natural materials and remove emotional heaviness, helping your home feel grounded, fresh, and spiritually balanced. To create a home full of light and balance using Japanese minimalism, the next two steps, Shizen Gohan and Seri breath, shape the emotional weight of the home by grounding it in nature and releasing what no longer serves the space. These steps work together to soften the atmosphere, restore clarity, and allow light to move through your rooms with gentle intention. When applied consistently, they transform not only the appearance of your home, but also the way you feel inside it. Let's begin with Shizen Gohan, the Japanese practice of bringing natural materials into the environment. In Japanese culture, nature is not just decoration, it is a source of emotional stability. Natural materials hold warmth, texture, and imperfection, which bring life and authenticity into the home. Unlike synthetic surfaces that reflect light harshly or create visual tension, natural materials soften the brightness and create a balanced glow throughout the room. Wood is one of the most loved elements. Whether it appears in flooring, trays, frames, stools, or shelves, wood adds warmth and connection to the natural world. Even a single wooden object can make the light feel calmer and more welcoming. Stone, on the other hand, adds grounding. A small stone bowl, a smooth river stone placed on a dresser, or a ceramic vase with a matte finish can stabilize the visual energy of a room. Cotton, linen, and bamboo textiles bring breathability and softness, allowing the home to feel fresh and emotionally lighter. In Japan, people believe that natural materials help regulate the spirit by absorbing and releasing energy gently. When you touch a wooden tray or step onto a natural fiber rug, your senses relax. When you look at a plant illuminated by morning light, you feel grounded. Shizen Gohan invites nature indoors, helping your home feel harmonious and deeply human. The fourth Japanese step is Siri breath, the ritual of releasing unnecessary items so the home can breathe again. This step is at the heart of Japanese minimalism. The belief is simple: excess blocks light, excess blocks balance, excess blocks peace. Japanese homes stay visually calm because they undergo continual, gentle letting go, not dramatic decluttering days, but small, consistent decisions. Siri breath encourages you to evaluate items through a simple question. Does this object support the light and balance of the home, or does it interrupt it? Items that weigh down energy include old decor that no longer fits your space, duplicates of things you rarely use, objects stored just in case, and anything that visually disrupts the room. When you remove even a handful of these items, the air in the room shifts, light becomes clearer, surfaces feel freer, your mind quiets. This is why Siri breath is done slowly and intentionally. It is not a race, it is a release. Removing 3 unnecessary objects from a room can have more impact than reorganizing everything inside it. Japanese minimalism teaches that letting go is a continuous breath, not a one-time event. The more you practice Siri breath, the more your home becomes a place where your emotions can settle. Together, Shizen Gohan and Siri breath elevate the emotional quality of your home. Nature brings warmth and grounding. Release brings clarity and openness. When you combine these 2 steps with the guidance of light and clear surfaces, your home begins to feel lighter, more balanced, and filled with gentle harmony. In the next part, we will explore the 5th and 6th steps, Otoheiwa and Kuchuma, which calm the sound of your home and honor the power of empty space to restore emotional balance. To create a home full of light and balance using Japanese minimalism, the next 2 steps, Otoheiwa and Kuchuma, work on the atmosphere you cannot see but can immediately feel. These principles address sound and space, 2 elements that influence your emotions more deeply than visual decor ever could. When practiced consistently, they turn your home into a quiet, spacious, and emotionally grounding environment where light and calmness flow naturally. Let's begin with the 5th step, Otoheiwa, the art of calming the soundscape of your home. In Japanese culture, sound is treated with the same respect as light because sound affects your nervous system instantly. Harsh noises, slamming doors, clattering dishes, loud footsteps, machines humming, create emotional tension that lingers long after the sound stops. These small noises accumulate throughout the day, forming a subtle but constant pressure inside your home. Oto Heiwa teaches you to soften every sound. This can be as simple as closing doors gently, placing objects quietly, walking more slowly, or switching to softer materials like felt pads under chairs or cloth liners inside drawers. Even lowering the volume of electronics or turning off unnecessary background noise can shift the emotional atmosphere. In Japanese homes, mornings often begin in intentional quiet. This silence is not emptiness, it is nourishment. A quiet home helps your thoughts organize themselves and allows light to feel brighter and more soothing. When you reduce noise, you reduce internal chaos. The sixth step is kuchu-ma, the practice of respecting empty space. Ma is one of the most profound concepts in Japanese aesthetics. It means the space between, and it represents everything that is left unsaid, untouched, and unfilled. Western homes often try to fill every corner, every wall, every shelf, but in Japanese minimalism, space itself is beauty. Space is peace. Space is emotional oxygen. When you create kuchu-ma in your home, you intentionally leave stretches of wall free from decor, maintain open areas on the floor, and allow shelves or surfaces to remain half-empty. This emptiness does not make your home look incomplete. Instead, it makes the home feel open, spacious, and aligned with your emotional needs. Light moves more freely when it has space to land. Your eyes relax when they aren't bombarded with objects. Your mind slows down because it has fewer visual signals to process. Kuchu-ma also amplifies the meaning of the objects you do choose to keep. A single vase becomes more beautiful when it has space. A small plant feels more alive when nothing competes with it. A decorative bowl becomes more peaceful when the area around it is clear. Oto Heiwa and kuchu-ma work together to create an atmosphere where your spirit can settle. When the home is quiet, your emotions soften. When the home has space, your thoughts expand. These two steps help you create a home that feels larger, brighter, and more grounded, without changing a single piece of furniture. In the next part, we will explore the seventh and eighth steps, komorebi touch and teine rhythm, which bring emotional harmony and intentional motion into your home, completing this journey toward light and balance. To create a home full of light and balance using Japanese minimalism, the next two steps, komorebi touch and teine rhythm, bring emotional harmony to the environment by shaping how light feels and how you move through your space. These principles work together to soften your atmosphere, calm your mind, and allow peace to flow naturally from room to room. Once these habits become part of your daily rhythm, your home begins to feel brighter, calmer, and deeply grounded. Let's begin with the seventh step, komorebi touch, the Japanese art of incorporating soft, natural patterns that mimic sunlight filtering through leaves. Komorebi is a beloved aesthetic in Japan. It represents the gentle dance of light and shadow found in nature, an emotional reminder that beauty is found in subtle movement, softness, and imperfect transitions. You can bring komorebi into your home through several simple choices. Light curtains that diffuse the sun create a gentle glow rather than harsh brightness. Lampshades made of paper, linen, or other soft materials allow warm light to spread evenly throughout the room. Textures such as woven baskets, cotton throws, and linen fabrics add dimension without overwhelming the space. Even a plant placed near a window can cast soft, natural shadows that shift throughout the day, adding a feeling of quiet life to the room. Komorebi teaches that light should not shock the senses, it should embrace them. When your home has soft light patterns, the environment feels more relaxing, balanced, and emotionally uplifting. The eighth step is teine rhythm, the practice of moving through your home with intentional gentleness. Teine means careful, attentive, respectful, and it represents one of the most soulful aspects of Japanese living. Teine rhythm is not about moving slowly. It is about moving mindfully. It means closing doors gently instead of letting them slam. It means placing objects with quiet intention rather than dropping them without thought. It means breathing as you clean, organizing with patience, and transitioning between tasks with emotional softness. When you adopt Tene rhythm, you create an atmosphere of peace with every action you take. Your movements influence the energy of your home. Harsh motions create anxiety. Gentle motions create calm. In Japan, many households treat the home as a living partner, something to honor, care for, and tend to with appreciation. When you move mindfully, the home responds by feeling more balanced, more open, and more serene. Together, Komorebi touch and Tene rhythm complete the emotional framework of a harmonious home. Komorebi shapes the light, Tene shapes the energy. When both are present, your home becomes a place where your body relaxes naturally and your mind feels held in softness. In the next part, we will bring all 8 Japanese steps together to show how they create a home filled with light, balance, and emotional calmness. You will also receive an inspiring closing message to help your viewers apply these steps gently and consistently. A home full of light and balance is not created through big renovations or expensive decorating. It is created through consistent, gentle actions that shape the atmosphere day after day. The 8 Japanese steps you have learned form a complete system of emotional clarity, visual harmony, and peaceful energy that transforms your environment from the inside out. When practiced together, they create a home that feels uplifting, calming, and deeply supportive of your well-being. Hikari Meirei teaches you to guide the light with intention. By welcoming natural light, softening it through curtains, and keeping windows clear, you allow brightness to flow through your home in a soothing rhythm. Light becomes a source of emotional clarity. Kanso surface flow shows you the power of clean, open surfaces. When the main areas of your home are free of excess, light moves freely, the space feels larger, and your mind feels more organized and at ease. Shizen Gohan brings nature into your environment. Through wood, stone, cotton, plants, and other natural textures, your home feels grounded and emotionally warm. These elements soften the atmosphere and harmonize the visual energy. Siri breath helps you release what no longer belongs in your home. Each object you remove creates more space for peace, light, and emotional balance. Small, consistent decluttering restores clarity and helps your home breathe. Otohewa calms the soundscape. Softening the noises inside your home reduces internal stress and creates the quiet foundation your mind needs to relax. Kuchuma honors the beauty of empty space. This step gives the eye room to rest and the home room to expand. Emptiness becomes emotional oxygen, making your environment feel bigger and more balanced. Komorebi touch adds the soft poetry of filtered light. Gentle patterns, warm illumination, and natural textures create a peaceful atmosphere that settles your senses and lifts your spirit. And Tene rhythm completes the system by guiding the way you move through your home. When your actions are gentle and mindful, your energy becomes calm, and your home responds with harmony. When these 8 steps work together, your home becomes a sanctuary, bright but not harsh, open but not empty, peaceful but still alive. It becomes a place where you can rest deeply, think clearly, and live with emotional softness. You don't need to implement all the steps at once. Begin with 1 or 2. Open your windows wider, clear a surface, soften your lighting, or introduce a natural material. Small changes accumulate. Little by little, your home transforms into a space of light and balance. Before you leave, I invite you to subscribe and share this video with someone who desires a calmer, brighter, and more harmonious home. Your support helps this community grow and allows me to continue creating videos inspired by Japanese minimalism, peaceful living, and emotional well-being. Thank you for being here, and may your home always remain a place where light flows freely and balance surrounds you.